Hi there, Lenny LaRocca with the LaRocca Real Estate Group here at Vista Sotheby's International Realty. Today I'm going to talk about the 3 things that can dramatically affect the sale of your home. Stay tuned. So again, today we're going to talk about 3 things that could affect the sale of your home. So we know that we're in a highly competitive and strong real estate market. And in fact, it's deemed as a seller's market, which means that the ball is in the seller's court, so to speak. And what does that mean? It means that the seller has an option as to whose offer they're going to select, what time will they be in escrow. Is it going to be a 30 to 45 day escrow? Also, they'll have the ability to negotiate more favorably for them any repairs or improvements that a buyer may want. But however, it's real important when negotiating a contract as a seller in a seller's market that the seller not go too far and cross what we call the line. And what we mean by that is there are many factors that can affect the sale of a home while in escrow. Such factors as, 1, interest rates could raise and bump that buyer out of that contract legally. Number 2, it could be that the buyer's financing falls out. That could be the result of a financial hardship, a loss of employment, or something as such. Or number 3, in today's market it's a variable, is that the appraisal could be less than the contract price between the seller and the buyer. So these are 3 examples of things that could affect a escrow and could possibly cause that property to fall out of escrow. And all of these, by the way, are good reasons for sellers and buyers to work together to ultimately consummate the deal and to close that escrow. So be advised that even though the market is strong today, inventory levels have risen a little bit as a seller. Now, part of that is due to the seasonal change. We're in the winter months right now, getting close to the holidays. But the demand is high, and a seller can continue to negotiate the best deal that's right for them. But should an escrow fall out of escrow or a transaction fall out of escrow, there are 3 factors that could dramatically impact the seller's ability to resell that property. And I'd like to point those out to you real quick. Number 1, now that the property was in escrow and off the market for anywhere between 2 to 4, 2 to 6 weeks, that property in the eyes of the buying public out there is that the property is no longer, if you will, fresh in the eyes of the market. So that is and can be a hurdle when you put the property back on the market and to remarket that property. Number 2, many times what happens is that the next offer that a seller will receive price-wise will be less than the original offer submitted and or accepted. Statistically, it's proven that many times the first offer is the highest offer that a seller will get. And number 3, after a seller was in contract with the buyer and have already performed many repairs and improvements, now with the new buyer is a new set of circumstances, meaning that you have a new inspector. That inspector may call out new repairs, and you have a different buyer who now may want other improvements. So sometimes these 3 factors can affect the seller's ability to recapture, if you will, maybe the elements of the first property or the first transaction that they entered. So even though we are still in a strong market, we'd like to always heed the following adage to our sellers, and that is a buyer in hand is better than 2 or 3 in the bush. So even though the adage doesn't quite apply, I think the message is there. So if we could help you or anybody you know with any of their real estate needs, please don't hesitate to contact us. Our contact information is below. And as always, please continue to share these videos with all of your family and friends and workmates. And if you have any further suggestions as to topics you'd like us to cover, please go ahead and send those in. We look forward to making another video about a topic that you suggest. Thanks again, and we look forward to speaking with you real soon.